It was just recently the Oscars that was on the air on ABC the other night. And for the first time, right, we saw Twitter went down, Ellen took a selfie with all of the people on the stage, and it was shared over 1 million times.
3 million.
3 million, right? So
3 million retweets.
It's gaining now, right? So the convergence of TV, which was a traditional method of media and marketing, is now impacting the social channels, right? So it's now another stream that we need to think about.
It's such a good thing because it really forces creatives who are creating TV campaigns to think about how, at the moment they're concepting what they want to do, to think about how that flows into real-time media. So
do you think everyone is trying to repeat what happened at the Super Bowl last year, with Oreo? Do you think people are setting up these command centers and hoping to capitalize on the next moment when it's really might not be a moment?
This is something that we've been talking about actually, because yeah, there's something really nice about creating a newsroom for night, but what about the newsroom for what is really the change to the marketing department that has to happen to make these moments, not just moments, but kind of keep them going? And is that even important? I don't know if it's important or not to do that always. I imagine it's important to do if you're investing quite a bit of money in a certain live event. I think it is important. But the implications for that beyond a single night really interests me.
I mean, how are marketers starting to think about this, where there's just so many different channels? How do they have the teams to cover it? I mean, it's kind of daunting. I see these questions come in all the time. Do we need to have a social media person for Facebook? Do we need to have a social media person for Pinterest? Do we need to have somebody that's on Twitter? There's so many different channels, so many different formats. How are companies really tackling this?
I don't think that anybody has a recipe for this yet. But I do think that what marketing kind of forward-thinking marketers are doing is changing the structure and the process of their marketing departments to reflect this. Whether it's real time, I don't think they're real time. I don't think they're newsrooms yet. But what I have seen among leading marketers is taking digital out of a silo and moving it across the organization so that two things happen. Digital competencies are developed across all the marketing organization, and innovation can be fostered